Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Indah Hartono Putri and my ID number is T2019 61 and 77. Okay, and in this opportunity, I would like to tell you about my autobiography for completing my final test of language, culture, and society. Hello, my name is Indah Hartono Putri and my nickname is Puput, but usually my teacher also called me by Indah. I was born on the 31 of March 2001 in Jember. I live in Mayang country and I was born in a loving and simple family. I am the first child of two siblings because my older brother was died as he was a baby. My father worked as an entrepreneur and my mother as a housewife. Since childhood, I always advised by my parents to always be happy, honest, and kind to all people around us. When I was 4 and 5 years old, I began my education at Kamala Bayangkari Nursery School. And after graduating, I continue my education at Mayang 2 Elementary School. Then after graduating it, I continue my education at Darul Istiqomah Islamic Junior High Boarding School and also Darul Istiqomah Islamic Senior High Boarding School in Maisan, Bondowoso. In this boarding school, the students consist of many various cities, and I got much experience at this boarding school about culture. Because some of my friends are from many countries such as Bondowoso, Bali, Sidoarjo, Malang, and etc. The experience I got is about their communications in their culture. Although in every day we talk by English and Arabic language, but the dialect there cannot lie, because everyone from different cultures have a special dialect or accent. Firstly, my impressions are very shocked when listening their accent of their culture. That situations really make me feel in a silent way because their various action of culture. Well, here I have a cultural background. In my country, my ethnic identity is Madurese language or Madurese culture. Then I have an experience in my country, and it is when Eid al-Fitri. All the people there, especially Madurese people, there was brought some foods for silaturahmi to their family's home. And it is not only 1 or 3 families, but all their whole families came along and given by some foods. And the foods here are not only one kind, but there are many varieties of foods and also comestibles such as oil, sugar, noodle, and etc. In Madurese culture, there are 2 differences in bringing the food at silaturahmi. There are such as when we go to the younger family house, we only brought a simple food. But when we go to the older family house, we must brought many food such as comestible, fast food, and also some food that ready to eat like rice, fried chicken, and etc. And the important thing here is the older family must have to be more glorified even though in a simple way. Then, I think in Madurese culture also had a unique culture such as when in the wedding agenda, the bridegroom broke his new household equipment in full, like he broke a wardrobe, bed, dressing table, dining table, sofa, and etc. And they also brought many cake to their wife home. So the bridegroom there accompanied by his extended family to the wedding agenda. And another my experience is when I teach for 1 year and 6 months in Lumajang, the Javanese culture there, when silaturahmi at Eid al-Fitri, it is very different with Madurese culture in my country, because they brought only money to their family's home. But even though it is silaturahmi at Eid al-Fitri, there are some people that didn't brought money, some foods, or something else. It means they didn't broke anything when silaturahmi at Eid al-Fitri. They only shake hand and silaturahmi like in any other day except Eid al-Fitri. So the Javanese culture there in Lumajang, in the wedding agenda, the bridegroom didn't brought new household equipment in full. They only brought many cake to their wife home. And they also accompanied by their extended family to the wedding agenda as the traditions there in Madurese culture. And another experience that I got when in Lumajang, there are also has a wonderful and unique culture that called by Harjalu. It means Hari Jadi Lumajang, and I think it's like Lumajang's anniversary. And my first impressions when I saw that culture, I was very shocked, pleased, excited, and something else. Harjalu there, it's like GFC or Jember Fashion Carnival in Jember. But I think there are many differences from both agenda. For the first difference of Harjalu, it is celebrate with all Lumajang's people, especially the Javanese people. And Harjalu also participates by every school, every village, every office, and another workplace there in Lumajang. Harjalu even was celebrated at 1 month full of many agenda such as prosesi Harjalu, festival tempe, festival budaya, jalan kenca in the night, pawai budaya, gerak jalan candil, goes, and etc. And I think that culture really make me shocked, happy, and also cheer up because of the biggest agenda there. Then from it, I know and understood if in other country there are many different culture, and I have understood about the differences between the Javanese culture in Lumajang's country and also Madurese culture in my country. And sometime I think I would like to be a teacher and also an entrepreneur as all the great and successful people out there. Firstly, I wanna be teacher because I want to teach and share the materials to the students, and I want to improve my concept and also enthusiasm to learn, because I think when we teach something, we will be study. Moreover, when there are students to ask questions to us, I think from it our effort to always study new material is very great. And being a teacher has an important role in the future, and that also teach us to always be patient with various students. And I would like to be a teacher not only because it's all, but I want to teach them about Indonesian culture, foreign culture, and especially some culture around us. Because I think by studying a culture, the students will become more appreciative and they will accept about the differences of culture around them. And they will understand that every region or ethnic, even the country, has a different culture. And I would like to be an entrepreneur as B.J. Habibie, Nadiem Makarim, and all the successful person out there. Because I think I really motivated in the entrepreneur when B.J. Habibie says that a success person doesn't belong to the clever person, but it belongs to those who always try and effort. Then he also says that be determined to be as useful persons in your neighborhood. And from these motivations, I think that became my reasons to be an entrepreneur. And so far, I got some motivations to be an entrepreneur also from my loving father. He says that to be an entrepreneur is excellent work, because an entrepreneur is a job that's independent of others. It means an entrepreneur stand by themselves and there are no superiors of it. It means we can make a creative enterprise as we like, and being an entrepreneur can learn about culture. Then from many culture we can respect and appreciate to them or another culture there. Well, I think that's all what I can explain, and I ask your pardon if there are any mistakes. And the last I say, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.